I wasn't paying attention. I think I may be live. This is Lori from the Pink Girly channel. What a time. I had an idea of what I wanted to do this morning. Of course, wasn't totally prepared. And I'm just getting my act together. Trying to remember every little last minute thing that I want to do. Okay, so I've been watching the last couple of Saturdays Tim HOLTZ when he does his like product tutorials. And I guess it was like 2 weeks ago, he was talking about his embossing glazes, which I didn't have any of. So I just purchased two. And I use an X-Acto knife. You have to be careful, like even with opening new paint. Hey, good morning, Peggy. New paint colors. I just use a little X-Acto knife to kind of help make it in there. Of course, I can't find my favorite X-Acto knife. I have no idea where I put it. I don't want to pop my nail off. Now, these are a little more fiddly than your paint bottle. So this one's called Rusty Hinge. I saw Tim doing something. Well, he was doing the embossing glazes, and he did a variety of things. He did a lot of tags, and you know, part of the problem is I can't see where the cellophane ends on this little jar. This is a great tip. I can't get it to work. There we go. And of course, you know, they're his products, so he's got every color under the rainbow. So this one's called Rusty Hinge. Haven't used these before. So, not an expert, not even a novice. Good morning to everybody that's coming in. I'm just opening up these embossing glazes. Now, of course, I have embossing powders, and if I understand correctly, embossing glaze, the difference between that and embossing powder is a lot of the powders are opaque, where the glazes are transparent, if I'm understanding that correctly. And this one is called Salvage Patina. And the reason I wanted these colors, because I don't even know if I'm going to like them, you know, so I didn't want to get a lot of them. And oh, who am I kidding? I'm going to like them. I'm just trying to watch my budget too. But I wanted to try to get that grungy kind of look that he does. All right. So one of these came with embossing dabber. Oh, I got a glare. Embossing dabber. This is clear. Oh, thanks, Peggy. I probably should have gotten a brown too. But then he would go and he uses his distress crayons. So that's what I'm going to kind of mess around with. Now, the other issue is the thing that piqued my interest when I watched, I really think it's 2 weeks ago, and I forget what he called. He's on for several hours. He gets like thousands and thousands of people that are watching him, of course. He's very talented. Now this one they really wrapped up because it's, I guess, goopy. Goopy. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. So I just chose, now I got these from, I believe, scrapbook.com. So there's my embossing liquid. I was just using ink. All right, who's here? Hey, good morning, Joan. Nice to see you. And I also pulled out, I don't even know if these are dried up. I picked these up a little while ago. These embossing pens, which she uses. One's black, one's clear. I don't know that I've ever used the black. I've got my distress crayons in my drawer. I pulled out some cardstock and some craft paper, colored paper. And I have a Gemini Junior cutting machine. The problem is I've been having a hard time understanding what plates I need because my plates got bowed. My neighbor and I were sharing the machine and my plates got really bowed. Well, I wasn't thinking about that, and I put my impresslet in there, and it bowed the whole thing, popped out the cutter. So, and of course, I tried my crank machine. Good morning, Ree. I tried my crank machine, and I couldn't get that to crank through. So I've been jerry-rigging my Gemini. I think I finally got a combination that works. So, when I was watching Tim, he showed these. Good morning, Gail. Nice to see you. I have to figure out some way not to get my camera hanging right in front of my eyeballs so I can see read my chat a little better. So I pulled out some cardstock. It's not real heavy cardstock, and I still have to cut some things, but this is what I cut first. Now, of course, for those of you that don't know me very well, as soon as someone says these are discontinued or you're not going to be able to get these any longer or much longer, Lori turns into a crazed person and has to find them. Okay? Good morning, Sherry. So these are called 3D impresslets. Now, some of you may have these or some of these. He's got medallions. He's got a heart. He's got several different scalloped edges. Now, the scalloped one I bought by accident because I'm a goof. I went onto eBay and I was looking for the 3D embossed butterfly. And the image was a beautiful card with the butterfly on it, but I was all over the place and I misread the description or got myself confused. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't take much, I got to tell you. I should tell you about maple syrup one time when I was working in that confusion. That's a whole nother story. But it's easy to get lost on the internet when you're searching for a product and you're going to and it takes you different places. Anyway, what they were selling was the scalloped edge, not the butterfly. So I decided to keep this anyway. Okay, now I have two of them, but the one I was really looking for was this 3D butterfly impresslet. And Timmy says he's not making these anymore. And if you can find them, good for you, because after they're gone, they're gone. They're not going to produce them anymore. So what this is, now you'll see I threw this through my Gemini with the curved plates, which was really silly. Good morning, Barb. Good morning, good morning. And the thing with the impresslets is that you've got your embossing folder, but then you've got your cutting tool is embedded right in the folder. So Tim recommends that you run this through 3 times to really get a nice deep cut. Oh, maybe this is better. And this scalloped border is cuter than I thought it was once I cut one out. Okay, so this is craft paper. This is like what we would call, Oh, look, I think I got off on that. I don't think that's supposed to be cut there. Maybe it is. I don't know. This is like parchment paper, a bluish parchment paper. And then I cut out a few white. I figure I'll be cutting more, but I didn't cut the butterfly yet. I was waiting for you until I cut the butterfly. So I've got my machine sitting behind me. And let me stress that I have no idea what I'm doing, okay? I'm just going to be messing around, experimenting, playing. I hate to put the word playing in my title. I found this at scrapbook.com. I don't know how many they might have left. So this is the butterfly. It's cool looking, right? Now, one thing that Tim said, and I think it was an excellent tip, is when you put your, especially for this one, like he said, if you have your narrower pieces. Now somebody's dinging my phone already. We have a situation in our family, our extended family. My sister's brother-in-law fell and hit his head on the ice and had to have emergency brain surgery. So she's given me an update. I'll check that after a while. Anyway, Tim said when you have these long, narrow dies or folders that you want to put through your machine, they can wiggle and the paper can wiggle out of them. So if you take a piece of washi tape, now some of you, I'm sure Peggy knows this, but I never thought about this. So I don't do a whole lot of die cutting. I should. I've got plenty. You just tape that and that holds your paper in there. Now he also puts it in. Oh, thanks, Peggy. Yeah, he had a couple of good days, which they were kind of surprised, but then he's had a couple of rough days and he started to have seizures yesterday, which apparently can be normal for this kind of head injury. But you know, thanks, Barb. We're just really kind of still touch and go, you know, really. So this holds your paper in place when you put it through your machine, and that does, you know, really work. So that's a tip he gave on one of his videos that I watched. So then I went ahead and I cut out some paper sized. Now this is not real heavy cardstock. So I'm going to put this in the folder. Now I'm not thinking this is going to shift like the other long skinny one will. So the machine is noisy, but I'm going to put a couple of these through and then I'm going to try to see if I can replicate the look that Tim got on his pieces, because when he was finished, on the back side it looked like, which it is, cardstock, and on the front side it almost looked like a piece of tin. Crazy. So like I said, I jerry-rigged my plates for my Gemini. Now I'm going to see if this works. I've got some shims. Now my shim keeps slipping. And I need to get new plates for my Gemini. So I'm just going to make my sandwich, and I'm going to run it through 3 times as he suggests. And I'm going to cut a couple of these. Okay, 3 times is the charm. I should say 3rd time. Now let's see if it cut. Oh, it doesn't look like it cut all the way. So see, I'm going to run it through again. Put my finger in there. See, I didn't get it cut. ASMR. I don't know what that means, but hopefully you'll tell me. Oh, welcome to everybody that's coming in. I'm going to put this through again. And I'm hoping it's going to cut right since I didn't move it. Didn't cut. But man, look how nice of a thing it will be when it does cut. Oh, see the white. Let me try not white. Let me try not white, people. I know the butterfly was so sucked into this butterfly. Put dye at an angle so plates won't warp as much. Yeah, that's one thing Tim said. I didn't cut that paper just exactly right. I just want to get a couple butterflies cut out so we can mess around with both. I don't know why my shim is, I have two like rubber mats, but they're slipping. I don't know why you think they would grab to the surface. It's still not totally cut. I'll have to get out my scissors. But cool, right? I'm going to try it one more time. Let me try this time the parchment type paper. Let me rearrange here. I have another piece of, maybe I need just a little bit more. Autonomous sensory meridian is a relaxing, often sedative, placid sights and sounds such as whispers, accents, and crackles. Barf. Okay, thank you very much. This may be too thick. We shall see. I'm pushing it through. Are you pushing it? I'm pushing it. That's a line my sisters and I always repeat from You Got Mail. With Tom Hanks is making his coffee, or his girlfriend wants her coffee, and she's screaming, "Did you push it? Did you push it?" Meaning the coffee maker. Here we go. And we have liftoff. Am I in camera? No, I'm not in camera. See, it's just not. Okay, I'm just gonna, and I'm not getting the definition that I'd like, but I think we, looks like I missed a couple of folks. Dana and Kimberly. Hi, girls. Lovely's Crafting Lodge. Oh, Lovely, I don't remember your name. I shall call you Lovely. See, I just want to try one more. I will say this, if you have the right equipment, it works better. And probably works as it should. I really would like to have a white one because it's amazing what he did with the white. So let me try one more time. I wonder if I put it, if I put it through this way, perhaps it will cut better. Jacqueline is lovely. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, great. Good morning, Jacqueline. All right, let's see here. It's just grabbing the one plate. I think the surface is a little too slippy. You have to be smarter than the average bear, I guess, to do some of these things, and I'm just not smarter than the average bear. Although I think I might have gotten it this time. I'm going to run it through one more time. All right, let's see what we have here. Of course, white. Oh, it came out! It came out! Yay! And then I'm just going to take my pokey tool and pick up that butterfly. Now, I did run it through, I think, probably too many times because I got a little, it looks like a little damage there where the paper is busted through, but I'm not going to worry about that. All right, so I'm going to set these aside. So I've got some scalloped lace edge. What do they actually call it? I don't know if he gives it a name. But I know he's got different designs. The medallions are kind of cool. And is Xander here? Xander, I have some mermaid stuff. I was going to see if you might be interested in it. It's just a couple of things. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Lately missed it. Yes, Xander, you're exactly right. Okay, if we need a couple more, that's what I'll do. You are exactly right. He missed the front and the back of the paper. I forgot that step. Okay, thanks so much. That's great. Anyway, I don't know, Xander, if you want, me sending you. I was taking things apart. No, Peggy, I didn't miss. And I've got a couple of, hey, Devin, good morning. I've got a couple of, you would? Okay, I'll get in touch with you. And I just placed an order. I don't know if I still have my envelope. Not just, I mean, I got my stuff. And I don't know if I kept your address, but I'll get a hold of you. And I really like it. I have it in a bag out on the kitchen counter to ship. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put the butterflies aside. Tell me if I need to bring my camera down a little bit. I'm going to start messing around with the borders like testers. And I'm just going from memory of what Tim did on his live tutorial. I think it was about 2 weeks ago when he was messing around with, oh, I don't want white because that'll make the camera crazy. So I'm going to use my craft paper. And he had just cut out his impresslits. Now, of course, you can do this, I'm sure, with any embossing folder. Anything that's got any kind of a raised edge. And he just took his powders. Now, I guess I want this side. So I'm going to flip that over. Now, this is hard, of course, to see. Let's do the white on the craft paper. Let me bring it down a little bit. Maybe that'll be a little better. We'll see. So all he did, oh, that's way too much. He's obviously got, oh, maybe I should pinch. He's got a special knack of how to shake that jar. Okay, so I just put down my salvaged patina. Now he has an embossing. Oh, I didn't put my goof. I didn't put my sticky stuff. Oh, girl, see, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, back her up. Boop, 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 boop. See, you should never do this stuff on a live stream. You should always do it first. But what's the fun in that, right? Don't be nervous. Nothing's going to explode. All right, so I've got to dab it first, girls. Dab, dab, dab. I've got it sitting right in front of me. Of course, now I bent my... Hi, Eileen. Don't be nervous. Okay, let's see if I can get some of this to come out here. I'm assuming there's no... Let's have a do. You said it's thick and it takes a while for it to get going. I think we were starting to get some juice moving here. Now I want it to flow pretty freely so that I don't mash down my impressions that I worked so hard to make. All right, now let's face it. The first one, bang that down and break that seal. All right, Eileen, hold your ears. Gotta have an embossed thumb. Of course, I can't really squeeze the bottle either. Oh, I need a little, I'll have to remember that next time. Oh, maybe I'll use a palette knife. Okay, we're going to give it a whirl. I'm going to rub this all over or dab it. Now, I'm going to really realize how easy he makes this look and how easy it is not. We'll see in 1 second. All right, so I'm dabbing on my embossing liquid. Now I'm going to grab my patina. Give that a shake here and there. And then I'm going to, I don't think, you can do it. You can do it. And this is the Rusty Hinge. And he just, of course he does it, he shakes it from the bottle because he, of course, has a lot of experience and he knows what he's doing. Now, sometimes he said he uses different greens. I only got the 2 colors because I wasn't sure, Peggy's got her fingers crossed. Thanks, Peggy. Now, he picks it up and he taps underneath like this to get it to jump around. Of course, by now I think my stuff's probably dry. And then he taps it like this. And then he smooshes. He says he smushes it around. It's very important to do the smoosh. Now I'm going to set that aside. Now, like I said, he's got an embossing heat gun thingy. I just have my regular heat gun. And then he gathers all this up and he makes what he calls his grunge mix. I think already I want some green, some different green. So I just have this little jar that I picked up at the dollar store. They come in a pack of, I don't want to hit my camera. Oh dear Lord. Sound effects and everything, girls. So now I'm going to cap that up, see, and then I'm going to be making my own mix. How exciting is that? Looks mostly rust. And then he takes a Swiffer thingy and he picks up all this extra linty bits. Now, I think my heat gun's on its way out. So let's see if I can get her started up. Of course, now I don't know what they used to do live TV. That must have been a real hoot. Because I'll tell you, just doing a live video, I've got my cord of my glue gun stuck on the wheel of my chair and I cannot get it loose. Oh, good night. Okay, we're just gonna go anyway. So I'm gonna see if I can get my heat gun going. And of course, Timmy uses a paper clip. I'm gonna have to call my husband to come help me, but I'm gonna use a pair of tweezers because technical difficulties, because you don't want to burn your little fingers. Oh, and he says once, because this is glazed, don't do it too long. So of course I've not done it before. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Now you can see my paper's not as stiff as I would like it to be. And I shouldn't be holding it down flat. Now I got that pretty splotchy. Okay, I'm going to have to call my husband to help me. Hold on, girls. Because I can't move my chair. Hey, hon. Can you come help me? I've got a cord hooked in my chair wheel and I can't move. I'm online and I can't pull it. Oh my. One moment, please. I'm going to see if he can get this cord out of my wheel. The cord fell out of my drawer. And I can't get it. Oh, my hero, my hero. Thanks, honey. I think it is on. Okay, he got it for me. Yay! Okay, so let's see here. All right. Yeah, it feels really cool. Hi, Jean. Okay, so let me try. Now, there's a next step he does, but let me try another one here. All right, so I'm going to take my dabber. No, I think I want this side. Let me flip my paper over. I'm sorry, for you girls that know what you're doing, like Eileen and Peggy, Devin, and probably a lot of the rest of you. I apologize if I'm making you crazy, Sandra. Okay, I'm going to dab this. Now, of course, you can do these any color, any combo that you might want to work with whatever project, you know. Now, when I purchased this scalloped edge, you know, they had it on a greeting card with the butterfly, and it was really pretty. But there again, it was just in gold. It wasn't ragtag, you know, or rusty or... All right, so now I'm going to go... I'm going to wipe off my palette knife that I used. I need a little scoop. Oh, there we go, Laura. Tap your finger. I'm going to do this heavy on the turquoise or the patina. Now, I don't know the open time of that dabber stuff either. It's probably longer than I think. I have a hard time getting those to twist on correctly. Now, I've cut a lot of die cuts over the years. I never misted my paper before. Now, I know this is glaze. Hi, Zena. I missed you the other night. I was thinking you hadn't been on for a while, and there you were, and I fell asleep. And I missed Nick's Craft Corner. Hi, Nick. I don't know if we met. Only 3D needs the misting. Oh, okay, Peg. Thanks. I guess because it's so deep and so your paper doesn't tear. All right, so I'm going to pick this up and do the Timmy tap. Timmy tap. I'm going to do the Timmy tap. And then he smushes. Of course, now this has got the this is on the craft paper. I'll set that aside for a moment, and I'm going to put my excess in my little jar from the dollar store. I bought them. I bought those little jars because I thought they were cute. I hate to waste stuff. I'm banging this like crazy. Is this the same one which has embossing folder and die together? Yes, Nick. I'll show you in 1 second here. Let me put my lid on. He calls them impresslets. He says he's not going to make them anymore. And he uses a Swiffer to wipe up his little grains. And so mine doesn't look like his, but it's the same type of cloth. Let's see. What did I do with my... Here he is. Here's the butterfly one. Calls it an impresslet, and your die cut is right in there. And then the embossing folder as well. And so it cuts and embosses at the same time. And then he recommends putting it through the machine 3 times. Eileen mists the paper whenever she uses the embossing folder. Okay, I don't know who Rocky is. Rocky's a lizard, but I don't know who Rocky belongs to because I'm missing some stuff in chat. So please forgive me. Okay, now Tim uses and it may just be because that's what he had handy. Hopefully this paper is a little heavier. He uses oh my gosh, a clothespin, and of course a heat embossing tool. And he said once the glaze starts to get shiny, you're done. Otherwise, it'll, I don't know what it does, but it's apparently not pretty if you take it too far. Probably Eileen and Peggy can speak to that. Oh, okay, Nick. Yeah, he has a couple of, I watched a video where he was showing all the impresslets that he had at the time. But apparently he's not making any more. Yeah, I thought the medallions looked pretty, Zena. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to hold this up closer to the camera. See that heat? I'm hitting it with that heat and it's bending my... I don't know if you guys can tell. It's really... this is cardstock weight, but it's like the 65 or 62 pound. It's not, 110. Maybe I should have done the 110. I'm having a hard time. Gotta run. Okay, thanks, Gail. Stick it to my nail either. I got the end here, not quite. Oh golly. Okay, note to self. Don't try anything you haven't tried off camera. Now there, I don't think I got enough of the powder, but you can see how it's all, I mean, it's cool looking, right? All right. So then what he goes and he does, he takes a distress crayon and then he colors that and he mushes it all around. He does the craft mush. You can use the die cuts in a project, but not by themselves. Thanks, Eileen. Okay. Picked up all that yucky yuck. And I just want to try this before I go to do my butterfly. See what's what. So now, I know I don't have patina, but this is Peacock Feathers. And we'll just see how this goes. I do have some greens in this. I have that green, this green. I'm looking for a brown. I know I have a brown. I'm pretty sure I have a brown. Okay, then I just bought these because I saw Tim use them. And the idea is, you know, you have more flexibility when you're rubbing in color. And I noticed that there were two different, there were newer models and then these older models. So of course I got these for a better deal. And I'm guessing what the problem with the, not problem, but the issue and why they've come out with a newer one is, see, Tim talks about bringing this neck of this brush down so you have your bristles are a little more stiff, or you can do it this way where they're nice and flexible. But this doesn't stay where you put it. It's got too much movement. So when I buy the next set, I'll see if there's a difference. But I'm guessing that might be some of the issue, or why, you know, why there's new ones versus the older one. And they recommend a color, a brush for each color that you use. Yeah, I don't think that's not going to happen for me unless I hit the lottery. Okay. Oh, and Zena, look what I got. Oh, I'm going to show you girls this in a little bit. My tomato paste. Woot, 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 woot. Okay, so now I didn't pay, you know, a whole lot of attention, but he took his crayons and he rubbed them around different spots. It's so fun to watch him because he gets so excited about the results, right? Color family. Okay, Peg, that makes better sense. I can live with that. I can live with that. Okay, so this one is Vintage Photo. This is my favorite ink pad color. Okay, if anybody has any questions, certainly ask them. I probably won't know the answer, but I think Peggy or Eileen will. And I don't know, maybe I should be... That's right, Barb. I forgot you were there too. I know, Eileen, I'd never heard about the paste before, and I was watching Zena, and she was using it, and I'm like, what? What? I tried to control myself, but alas, I gave in. Now, I guess I probably shouldn't have rubbed these all on at the same time. Girls, let me make the mistake so you do not. All right, let's just do it that way. Now, I'm sure I can use my finger. Why don't I do that? Well, this one's the green. Yeah, see, they're so slippy, I can't really get. Oh, maybe I think he wets his finger a little bit, perhaps. Let's wet the old digit. Are you? Can you see? Okay. You do need to keep brushes used on the distress oxide separate from regular distress, or just clean them well. Devin, you need separate sets for oxides. Don't mix them up. And Sandra, yes, wet your finger. Okay, thanks, Eileen. And Sandra concurs that you want to have them separate your oxides from your inks. And then I think he took. Now this would be really dark. I'm just drying that water I put on there a little bit. See, you can see I didn't mush this in very well here. That's really cool when you wet your finger. How that now I know that about those crayons. And then I think he just took a little bit of paper towel and kind of wiped the surface a little bit with a damp paper towel. I'm chomping at the bit to try the butterfly. Okay, let's see if I can clear it up for you to see. So if we really put that on a page or a card, you know, you'd be hard pressed. And I mean, this is really not great. His looks fabulous. You know, it's just when you flip it over and look at the other side, it's really cool. Oh yeah, it would look. Oh, I think I have a um a doily type die cut of his. That's the edge of the page. All right, now I'm going to keep my good. Okay, so here's the white one. So let me try my distress crayon on this, and let me put my blue, maybe just deepen that there. And I wonder if I have a rust. I know I have gold. Of course, he keeps coming out, which is good. He keeps coming out with all these different colors, but shoo, to keep up. Oh, I have two of those. Okay, that's good to know. And peeled paint, that's always a good color. Let me get my peeled paint. I don't want to use that yet. This is like, reminds me of like pushing up a lipstick. All right, I'm going to squirt some water, use my finger. Okay, now I want to just dry that quickly. Try not to get my and that's certainly not. Now this is of course a lot lighter because I did it on white paper rather than the craft. Oh, he has a new color out, Eileen? Oh my gosh, I don't know what to guess. Zena, I have patina. Salvaged patina is the turquoisey color. And then I got the rusty hinge. Rusty hinge. New color, huh? He will show it this Saturday. Oh, so you don't know, Eileen. You're just thinking, do we know what color family it's in? Oh, Peg, that's a good guess. Yellow. Oh, good, Zena. Zena's got both of those colors. That's a good guess. And Eileen thinks another red. Okay, so let me take my peeled paint crayon. Let me get some of this in here. And I guess I'm putting some over top because I don't know if that'll work, but let's just see. It's kind of oh, I love that peeled paint. Well, I'm a green girl anyway. Green's my fave. My fave. Let me try that again. And I promised my sister I was going to give a plug for her new business, her nail business. If anyone is interested, oh, Sandra thinks yellow too. Oh, okay, Zena. Paper. If anyone is interested in nails that requires you not to go to the salon and have your fingers look cool and you're in control and they're very reasonably priced, these are, for a better lack of a better term, press-on nails, but a lot better quality than when I was a youngster and press-on nails. These are, I won this set. My sister had an event. This is an ombre set. So far I'm liking them. So if you're interested, private message me and I can get you the info. All right, so now I'm going to put in some of the vintage photo in these other spots, kind of where I have some of the light color poking through. And just eyeballing it, wherever I think I might like to see. And you can always go back and add, I'm sure. Yeah, Tim comes on, I didn't realize, Saturday afternoons. For me, Eastern time, I think it's right around noon. And it's always amazing to watch him. Now, I didn't really watch last week because he had a machine he was showing. Oh, thanks, Devin. You can't believe some of the kits they have. Okay, one is a pink and white stripe, and then some of the nails have a little white crab on it, like for summer. Cannot wait to put them on. Okay, cannot wait to put them on. Girls, I bought enough of these nails for probably 6 or 7 months, and the price of them was less than what it would cost me to go to the salon and get a mani-pedi one time. I'm just saying. So if these using my hands and crafting and arting, if they hold up, it just means I can buy more art supplies. Okay, just saying. Okay. Not liking this one as much, but if you had more of these glazes, of course, you could mess around, with colors and do a combo, like he's got that pink kitsch or whatever the heck that's called, and all those different turquoises and greens, and I'm not getting that to clear up here. Let me see. Here you go. They're like a press-on nail, but you use glue. You use your, you know, like if you get acrylic nails at the salon, it's just a brush-on glue. Now, okay, don't tell anybody else, but see, I put them on, I put these two on backwards. But really, I mean, they look fine too. But I wanted the square at the tip. Hey, Angie Brown. So these two were incorrect. But the rest of them, you know, I got them on right. Okay. All right. So I want to mess with a couple of the butterflies, but I want to do, I don't see this one really, you know, cut out properly. So I want to save him till I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to grab a little pair of scissors. See, I didn't get these to cut out. My sister was looking for an alternative because where she goes to get her nails, which I don't know why she would do this, she doesn't make an appointment. It's like a walk-in, and she was there forever. And between that and the cost and the time, so she found this company. And they do eyelashes and lip gloss. 3 ladies in Idaho. And I've only had these on a couple of days, so far I'm liking them. All right, so normally your die would cut this out because this is an impresslet die and it cuts and embosses at the same time. I ran it through a couple of times, Devin, but I don't have the right plates. I was messing around. I didn't get my plates right. And so rather than, and I'm impatient, so rather than just keep up with it, I just ran a whole new one through. My white one came out perfect. I forgot to spray the paper, which might be an issue, and it would have helped me get these to turn out better, cut out better. So I don't want to waste these. I just want to mess with these, and then I can cut out maybe my plates. I have my Gemini Junior out, and my plates are all bowed. So my scalloped edge piece, my goodness, I popped the cutter part right out of the plastic first shot because my things were bowed. Oh yeah, I didn't have anything to compare. So the Big Shot Pro, that's where it runs it through for you. You don't have to crank it. See, I've got the Big Shot too, but of course Lori thought all her plates were in one spot, and lo and behold, they are not. Okay, so this one, let's try just maybe the patina glaze. And then I'll try some different color of the distress crayons, and let's see what happens. It's not electric. Oh, okay. See, my neighbor and I were doing very intricate die cuts for cards, like lace hearts and stuff like that, and we could not get them to cut out. So we went together and decided to get the Gemini. Of course, the die cuts we were using are the Crafter's Companion. So the Gemini at the time was more reasonably priced than the others, and so that's what we went for. All right, so this cutout here I did on what I'm calling parchment paper, like a blue parchment paper. You know, you used to be able to get it in a box at Staples or something like that, and you could do certificates and stuff on it. It kind of looks like that. It's kind of like a marbly type. All right, now I'm going to try the Tim Shake. Hey, Chesh. Dar, right? Darlene, Dar, Cheshire Cat. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm a little better at that. Okay, Laura. So I'm just getting a little bit of this you know, mostly all over. And I don't know why I struggle with these. I just have a hard time twisting. I blame it on my arthritis, but it's probably just me. And now we're going to do the Timmy tap. He says to tap it from underneath, and that helps that powder shake and jump all over. And then he does the smoosh in spots. So you can get it kind of, I guess, ground in. Do a little bit on the body. So I'm kind of pushing that in, you know, right there on the corner and a couple other little spots. Bye, Jean. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Good to see you. Okay, Devin says, my friend and I used to treat ourselves with nails. I miss the pretty nails. They were left too long and I could not touch. Yes, this company, oh, Eileen's got an idea. This company's got a couple different lengths. This is the short one. They've got rounded ends. They've got longer tips and then real long ones. So you've got some variety. Okay, I will, Eileen. Let me do this one first. Okay, so I'm going to take my extra patina and dump it in my little junk jar here. Because I'm making a grunge mix, which I'm very excited about. I think this little jar is like just so adorable. Okay, I'm a weirdo. So I'm getting some grunge mix there. All right, let me bring this back. I should have gotten more paper out. And I've got my Swiffer cloth. All right, now I'm going to hold this with my... All right, somebody said do the back first. I'm going to heat this up a little bit. And Timmy says once it starts... Let's see, let me get... If I can get it... All right, let me see if you guys can see this. There it goes. It's smoking. Okay, can you guys see that? That's the glaze. And that's just the patina. Oh, okay. Okay. Sandra said try the vintage paste. Okay, I was watching Xena. Oh gosh, what was that? A week or so ago, and I was teasing and saying it looks like the tube of tomato paste you can get in the grocery store. I had never seen this before. This is a product by Stamperia called Special Paste. It's a brown color. for aged effects, vintage antiquing paste. Now, I ink my edges because I really like that. But you really got to work at that. And Zena used this. Okay, remember the paste is oil. Oh. Okay, Eileen. Oil and water don't mix. If I can get it out of the box. It's a tight fit. Maybe it had a little too much pasta before it arrived. Let's see if I can coax it to come out. There we go. So there you have it. So I'm going to put a little bit of it out on. Haven't used this before either. Oh, look, we've got a little. Oh, look at that little, like little rubber stopper kind of a thing. You have to leave it sit on for a while before you rub it. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit of it out. Ugh. Oh my goodness. My room's a little chilly. Oh, let me get my mitt out of your face. Eileen took 2 days of classes with Tim at my, I don't know what the last word, I know it's probably autocorrect or whatever's going on. I can't even imagine taking a class. I would just, well, that's way too much, but this is what came out. Let me clean my, oh, there's another little, see, you've got that little rubber stopper, and there was another little, like foil thingy, which I didn't realize. Lori, have you ever done musical theater? You would be great. Actually, I was very interested in that in high school and was quite involved in my drama club and things of that nature. And also in the summer when I was growing up, high school age, middle school, high school age, they had a summer program, and we always put on some kind of a play. So I was always involved in that, singing and carrying on, and I liked all that jazz. All that jazz, yeah. My mother's always said I missed my calling, but oh well. All right, so what I want to do is get a couple of my other crayons. So I've got here Seedless Preserves. I don't think I have a nice bright pink. Like I don't have the kitsch. No kitsch, but I've got this lovely Victorian Velvet, which might not show. Love my oranges. I've got Carved Pumpkin. I just want to put maybe some other little colors in here. Oh, local stamp store. Oh, I got you, Eileen. Oh, I can't even imagine if it came to my local store, I'd probably pass out. Just saying, just saying. What is this other color I've got here? Festive Berries. Oh, that sounds good. All right, so let me try those. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Now, I also have this Mermaid Lagoon Peacock Feathers. Maybe I'll deepen some of this a little bit. So let me do Peacock Feathers first. I'm going to put some of this in up top. And I'm going to wet my finger. And rub some of that in. Okay, but I want to get a little more color in there. And again, for whoever's watching or lurking, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just a messin'. I'm just a messin'. So now this is the Festive Berries. Who knew I even had that color? Not me. I'll put a little bit of that up here. And of course, the cool thing about this, if you do something like this, you can tailor it to whatever card you're making or a journal page, or you know what have you. You gals know that. You gals know that. Ew. Lovely. Yeah, one of our summer plays, I was a snake charmer. They actually talked about getting a live snake. Yeah, I'm going to do that next, Eileen. I'm going to do that next. Eileen's saying add the glaze, add the color first, and then the glaze. So I'm going to do that next. I have a craft colored butterfly sitting here waiting to be. Just going to dry that a little bit. Now let me add some of my seedless preserves. So they were talking about getting a live snake. Wasn't too thrilled about that. They ended up thinking that was probably not a good idea, so I used a stuffed animal snake. And the song I had to sing was something like, Angie, all right, honey, enjoy your nap. Or a journal cover. Yes, exactly, Sherry. I need a man, I want a man. Someone to sit with on my divan. Okay. Crazy times, but it was so fun. So fun. All right, maybe I'll elect a little hint of the carved pumpkin. I think I said, yeah, carved pumpkin. Let's do a little carved pumpkin in there. Kind of got out of control there. And I guess the crayon you can... Okay, the glaze is the last thing to use. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take the edge of... Oh, I wonder how this would work. I've got these little cotton buds. If I just go like that, I can get some of that color off. I don't know. I'm not loving this. I'm going to dry it a little bit more. And then I'm going to put the I'm going to put the tomato paste on. Hey, Connie Dunn, nice to see you. Good morning, good morning. Is it still morning? Yep, still morning. See, it's just white paper, cardstock on the back. It really is a cool. I really do like the glaze. I knew I was going to like it. Okay, so let me take, let's see which one of these I want to designate, because Eileen said, don't forget this paste is oil-based. So I've got a green, I've got an orange. Let me use this one. I don't like that slippy. All right, so I'm going to just add some of this and kind of grunge this up. Okay. All right, Ange. Now, Eileen said this needs to sit before you wipe it off. So I'm going to just put some of this on. I'm going to put this one aside. So this is how it looks at this juncture. Now, Zena, if you're still here, you were using... Oh, I see. Cover it all. Eileen says cover it all. Thanks, Eileen. Now, just with a paper towel. Okay, Peggy says, I wonder if you would get the same effect if you color your piece and then put... Yeah, that's what Eileen had suggested, to put the color on first, like my crayons, and then do the embossing. So I'm going to try that next. You have to cover it all and then wait a minute and then start rubbing it off. Now, Timmy rubs a lot of stuff off with his fingers. Oh. So there it is, not rubbed off. And then over here, I'm starting to rub it off with just my thumb. And of course, you have that other color. Oh, paper towel works great. Oh, wait, wet one, Eileen? Or... Now that's just with my thumb. Yeah, matte finish for sure. It dulls down that glazy, lazy, hazy, glazy. No, a dry one. Okay, girlfriend, dry. Now let's see. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so there's just rubbed with the thumb, and then over here is the paper towel dry. That's cool, huh? Sweet. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better. And then for comparison, it's just paper. That's what he says. It's just paper, and then, bam, right? Cool. Now, where's that other one I did? I didn't do another one yet. I did these. This kind of reminds me of a, I don't know, like an old castle. Anyway, so there's those two types. Okay, so now Eileen has suggested, let me see if I have any other paper here other than, maybe I can use this without making too big of a mess. All right, let me clean up my little powdery bits. This might not be good because it's, right now I'm just going to snip this. Bye, Zandra. I'll be in touch. Yes, I love the patina look too. Now, for anybody that missed it, I didn't get these because I'm having issues with my plates on my cutters. The other thing is too that Like I have the, I don't think mine's called a big shot, but it's like a big shot. Oh, I know. I have a cuddle bug. I had a big shot. Someone gifted me a cuddle bug, which I like because the sides fold up and I can put it on a shelf. Where my big shot, that plate, you know, it was a little more cumbersome to kind of store. So I switched over to the cuddle bug. But I can't get that to sit still. It wiggles all over my surface. And then a lot of times, especially if you're trying to die cut something with a lot of detail, I can't crank it. Okay. What's Peggy saying? I missed it. Anyway. So this is partially cut out. So this is from one of Tim HOLTZ. Have alterations on it? I think they do. No, Sizzix 3D Impresslets. This says Tim HOLTZ. So I just didn't get it pushed through. All right, what colors do we want to play on this craft color? Okay, so it's craft color cardstock. I've cut out this embossed and die cut butterfly. And I have some different, I'm going to color it with my, or I guess I really could use oxides or anything, I guess. But see, the crayons I can push down in there. So I'm going to use my crayons. I've got orange, I've got light pink, I've got the preserves. I've got a couple of blues. I think I've got the, here, let me just throw them all out here. Let's see. Oh, look at all these tealy colors. That was not intentional. I've got those. I've got peel paint. Crackling campfire. I didn't know I had that. And I've got rust. Oh, there's Rusty Hinge. I thought the cap would be more orange. Silly Lori. Silly Lily. Silly. And I've got dried marigold. Oh, I just love the name of that. Spun sugar. Worn lipstick. Okay, so the idea is I'm going to put some color on this butterfly first. Okay. I don't know if I have anything metallic. Eileen and Peggy both have suggested putting the color on first and then putting the glaze on. Peggy's going to distract her hubby. All right, so anybody have any suggestions? I'm going to take a little sip of my beverage. Now, the only glaze powder I have is the patina and the rusty hinge, so keep that in mind. Hey, Frida, how are you? Are you still home or are you traveling? Are you in Iceland now? Or let us know. So let's see, girls, what colors do we think? Shall we do... Oh, I have the patina. I wonder what that marigold would look like. Let's do... Okay, Eileen, I picked up the marigold. Let's do a test. This is the marigold. I'm going to spritz out some more water. hard to see that on the craft. Okay, what did Icy say where she is yet? Icy is Frida. She'll be 2 months. Oh, you're going to go to see. Oh, I missed you by a little bit. No, a couple of months. We would have been in England together. Wouldn't have that been fun? Okay, so then let's do a carved pumpkin sample. And then I've got the campfire. And I do love the peeled paint. Oh, this is Rustic Wilderness. This might be pretty. Rustic Wilderness. And what did Lori do with her peeled paint? Oh, it's rolling, rolling, rolling. All right, peeled paint. And what did Eileen say? I think yellows, oranges, and greens. This is the rusty hinge, but it kind of, in the crayon, at least the color on the crayon doesn't really look rusty hingy to me. Okay, so now I'm gonna mush them. So there's the pumpkin. Love that. This one is the campfire. That's more like a Georgia clayish kind of color to me. This green one is the Rustic Wilderness. This is like a blue-green. Hard to see on the craft color. This is the peeled paint. This is your yellow-green, which I love. Over here we have the rusty hinge. Okay, so what is this one? Fossilized amber. I didn't even know I had it. Oh my goodness. Isn't it like Christmas when you find things in your supplies that you didn't remember that you had? I love when that happens. Okay, so Frida won't be home until the middle of March when she comes back to Norway. She'll take the train to the north. That takes about 18 hours and then fly home the last leg. Cool. So cool. Okay, so I've got my craft colored butterfly. And I know this is probably, let's see how crazy this makes the camera. Yeah. I should get up and get a different, trying to see if I have something right here. Oh, this might not be too bad. A piece of manila folder. Maybe this will work. All right, so I'm going to do my carved pumpkin down the center of the body. And let me do the tips of the wings, like the top edge. And then we'll just start there. And I just got some water on the side. Now these are the distress crayons. I'm just going to move that color all around. And on this experiment, what we're trying to do is get some color on the paper before we put the glaze embossing powder. Okay. So now I'm going to come in with some fossiled amber. Okay, let's put a little bit here. Okay, now I'm missing a lot of chat because I'm mushing color. I'm mushing my color around. So now I've just swept my finger again. I'm going to move that. It's kind of a mustardy yellow. I'm trying to get that down into those spots. What I have to do is get some decent cutting plates so I can get some of these bad boys trimmed out. Now that's just the, the distressed crayon so far. Okay, just kind of letting that dry on its own. I'm going to use my peeled paint initially. Half of it is the name, okay? I love saying peeled paint, okay? So I'm going to put some peeled paint. Now I know we're going to do the patina and the rust because they're the color glazes I have. Now if I put on here, girls, if I put on here, I have a clear regular embossing powder, but that won't look glazy, right? Will that yuck things up? Does Sherry have a question? Sherry, guessing they won't have the distressed crayons or paste there. What kinds of things did you... Oh, you Canadian? You Canadian girls, Art Junction. Okay, they're talking about a place where they can get some supplies. Okay, cool. So I'm going to do some peeled paint, but I might add some of this darker, this Mermaid Lagoon, like around the edge. Actually, this is looking pretty cool already. All right, so now the really exciting part is once I do this, I still have a white butterfly to mess with. Okay. I'm trying to get that green to my peeled paint. I'm just kind of mushing that up into that other yellowy color. Good choices, Eileen. Okay. So far, looking pretty cool. All right, now I'm going to take some of that Mermaid Lagoon and just do the bottom of the butterfly, kind of pop it a little bit. And again, just taking a little water on my finger. Can you see what I'm doing? Oh, look, that kind of mixed in. It's like a blue-green now where the peeled paint was. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Look how cool, huh? Yeah. Okay, let's try. And this is just for this distressed crayon. Right. So there we have our craft paper cut out. Yeah, I think so too, Eileen. Yeah, I missed a couple of spots, but I'm going to put that embossing glaze in there. All right. Maybe I'm going to add, where's that rusty hinge? I think I want the body a little darker. I'm going to add some rusty hinge into the body. I'm going to use one of my cotton buds because, now I'm saying cotton bud because that's what Devin says, and it's much more cute than cotton swabs. Oh, that's okay, Connie. See, my nails go right on and I don't have to worry about them drying. I'm just glad you're here, Connie. Let's see if I can get this to mush around. I don't want it to go too far out. Just want to darken the... What color did you do your nails, Connie? I love crazy nails. Really, I do. You may find that a shock. There's 3 of us girls in my immediate family. Yes, cotton bud. It's so cute. I just figured it was, you know, different places call things different things. I think that's what you called it anyway. If not, I'm giving you credit. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry a little bit. Then I'm going to take my dauber. Let me just get some of this jazz out of the way here, kids. Put these back in my drawer. Okay, so I don't even know, like, if there's any juice in these pens I bought. Okay, I meant, did I say? I don't think it was me, Lori, but it does sound cute. Oh, maybe it wasn't. You call them Q-tips, huh? Maybe it was Janet Nash. I thought it was you. I know. I can't type with long nails. Of course, I haven't typed in so long. Okay, let's see. Is there any juice? Oh, yeah, there's some juice in here. All right, so let's do I'm going to use this pen, this embossing pen, and I'm going to put my rust color here. And I'm going to put a little rust down here. Now I'm really rubbing this in because I want it to get into the crevices, I think. Just want to make sure, I think, to clean off the tip as best as you can when you go to put it away, because this is picking up color. Use a paper towel, maybe. Clean that off a little better. Okay, so I'm going to take my rust. Yeah, we always call them Q-tips too, but I thought cotton bud. Where did I get that? I keep burying everything. I hope this sticks. I forgot to use my, I'm putting it in incorrectly. Tap, tap, tap. I don't know. This may not stay juicy long enough to stick. Okay. Let's see if any of that sticks. Doing the Timmy tap. Timmy tap. Oh yeah, I got quite a bit on there. All right. Now, can I easily remove? Now, because this is just, I should have not closed this. This is just the rust, not a combo. And it's the first thing I put on this paper, so I'm going to just put this back in my rust. Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah, Q-tips are a brand. Yeah, you're exactly right. Now I'm going to use my embossing pen again. If I can get it uncapped. Because I don't want to mess up my dauber. But I guess I'm messing up my pen. I don't know if I'm doing this the way. It should be. I should uncap this and have it at the ready. Have it at the ready. And I guess I can hit or miss here because I've got that color underneath. Let's see if any of this sticks. Not too. Gosh, it looks so bright. I don't remember it being that bright. Hee hee. I didn't do the smush yet either. And I think when he smushes, it's because he's trying to get those to blend a little bit in spots, right? Maybe? Yeah. And if you don't like the beach and you don't like sand, you're not going to like this stuff. That's really gritty. Gritty. Okay, let's see here. All right, now where's my little combo? A little combo jug. I'm going to put my extra dust, glazing dust in here. Needed some of that patina. Yeah, cool. It's like sand art, like Tim says. Like when you were a kid and you did the sand art stuff. Of course, it would be when my kids did the sand art stuff. Because I'm too freaking old. Alrighty. Getting ready to rock and roll here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Come on, little butterfly. I'm going to take my... So on this one, I put the glazing powder first and then the crayon, and then I used some of that antiquing paste on this guy. All right. This one, on this lace bit, this border bit, we did the glazing powders first, and then I rubbed in some crayons. Okay. And on this one, it's, look what I have. That's the, I put my hand in the antiquing stuff. Shocker. I always mash my hand into something. Okay. So this one, as was suggested by Eileen and Peg, to put the color first. So I did the crayon, the distress crayon, and rub that in. And now we've got the glaze on it. Rusty hinge and something patina, salvage patina. So now I'm going to hit it with my heat gun. It's too dark. I guess it was too dark the way I was holding it for you to see it. Now, obviously, I missed in here with my embossing pen. And I definitely don't like how heavy I got my glazing powder right there. But it's not bad for a first try. Now I can add more, right, Eileen? If I've got this here, let's see, where's my pen? I mean, that really stands out there because there's no powder. I didn't wait for the answer. I'm just doing it. Yes, I think so too, Dev. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of my little grunge mix. See if I can get that to adhere there. Leave that open. And like he said too, if you got a little bit like that, you may not want to save it. You just can just put it in the trash. But Lori's going to put it in her little jar. Okay. Now let's reheat that one little area. Try not to mess up the other. Bye, Sherry. Thanks for spending time. Okay, Joan. See you later. Thanks for coming. Okay, that's a little better because I covered up that one spot. Okay. So there again, you know, you've got your plain craft paper. Now I'm going to take some of my paste from, I have to mark these tubes somehow. Who was it? I guess it was Tim. He put, oh, thanks, Eileen. He put some, took different color markers, like Sharpie, of what color he used, and marked his little brushes. So this is all dry and cooled down. So I'm going to tap into my Now, hopefully, this is where the magic will kick in. Now, I'm putting it on real heavy. Real heavy. And then Eileen says you want to leave it sit a minute. That really darkened that up. And then I'm going to get a piece of paper towel. I'm going to use dry paper towel. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. What else was, oh yeah, see, I still have the white. I still have the white boot to fly. I don't know what I want to do with the white butterfly. Let's see how this one turns out. So it's really yucky at this point. Looks like it fell into a mud puddle. Gotta put that out of the way so I don't put my fist in it again. Okay, girls, I don't know. Let's bring the camera down a little bit and see if we can see. Now, I guess I can take more off as I go along. So this is, if you will, the first rubbing. Of course, I'm putting a fingerprint on his little head. So this is the first rubbing it the first time. Okay, Sherry. Oh, Sherry, I thought you were leaving. I guess it was June. Now, because this is not water-based, I don't want to put water on my paper towel, right? See, I think I'd like to get more of the color underneath to come through. Let's do a comparison. This I rub the right side a little more than the left. It's really cool looking. I mean, it really looks cool. Keep rubbing. Okay, Eileen. Just wondering if I have something a little softer. I'm going to just continue to rub on the right side so we can compare. Now, is there a product like this that's water-based that when you put it on to grunge it up, you could really hit the wipe off and really hit the top parts to make them really pop? I don't know. Can you see? I mean, there is a slight difference, but I'm not seeing a lot of difference. Oh, okay, Eileen. It looks cool though, right? And it sure doesn't look like paper. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. Let's see, it's been 2 hours. Thanks, Peg. And I'm thinking, okay, so now we got this really cool butterfly, right? maybe I want to put it on a card, or what do I want to do with it? Let's do something with it. Let's do something with it. But what to do? What to do? Let's see. Now I'm winging it here, girls. I hadn't thought about this. Winging it. All right, so I'm going to take my little Swiffer towel and clean up the rest of my dust. Get your thinking caps on. I'm going to pull out some kind of a journal or something. What did I just... Ann Laura had sent me... Let me see. I just saw it. It's a really cool little book she made. Wonder if I can grab that real quick. Or did I rebury it? Dun, dun, dun. See, I've got everything stacked, girls. Everything is stacked. Oh, yeah, I want to get this out. This is my wire. I've got some wire in there. And, oh, come on, Laura. Probably moved it to, you know, oh, I'll put it here so I don't forget. Spot. One of those kinds of deals. Rats. Okay. I don't know where I hid it. Somebody else is trying to get a hold of me. Let's see here. Oh, it's an advertisement. They just don't leave you alone, do they? All right, let me grab. I'm just going to grab one of my little... I don't want anything real big. I want something small. Let me see if I have a page in here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. So there are my wires. Let me find a page in this. Oh, goodness. Oh, look at that. Let's see. Let me see if I can find a clear page. Totally clear. Of course, it's white. All right. So now I'm really... I had done some, oops, sorry, some page papers. So this is just some paper I'd done. I believe I did like a jelly print kind of thing, and then maybe some stenciling. I don't even remember. I should don't even get me started. I should write everything on the back of what I do, because my memory is just not good as it used to be. But I want to put something, oh, let me just use this. I want to put something under here. Actually, I could probably just do it here, but let me just do this. I'm going to put some, sorry for the white page. So this is just in one of my journal books, one of my art journal books. So I'm just going to put down some golden matte medium. And whoop, way too much. I was not planning to do this. But sometimes, you know, we make things and then we don't show what we're going to do with it or how you can use it. And so this is just a fly by the seat of my pants kind of a deal. So I'm just going to take this glue, or golden matte medium, which I'm using as a glue. and move that around. And then I'm going to take my paper and hopefully no matter how many times you tell folks you're going to be online, they still ring you. Okay. Even though I mopped up that grit, I can still feel it. Now I'm just going to hit that with my heat gun a little bit. I'll press this down a little more. I'm sorry for the white. I always forget about the white. And then I'm just going to trim this with a pair of scissors because it's just easy. It's easiest. Just so I can see what and that's not glued down the best that it can be glued down, but I can always come back in and add a little more glue. Okay. So now we've got that. Now I've got my grungy butterfly. Okay. And I do have a couple pieces of my scalloped edge. And I don't know if I want to use this one too. I'm thinking maybe not. Now, ladies, I'm going to grab some fabric or some lace or something to create a little more interest, if you will. What this piece might do. Let's see. See, I shove everything in this one drawer. Although I am getting more organized, I will say. This might work. Just trying to think of some stuff I have sitting right here by where I work. And I have this little doily. I don't know if that's going to be a little too much. All right, now I really like that grungy paste. Okay, Barb. So I'm going to put my paper underneath. I'm still using this piece of nil folder, and I'm going to come back in and kind of grunge up the edges a little bit here. Now, I could take my time and do a little better with this. I should have taken more off. See, and I didn't get enough glue there on the edge. But let's be real. I'm doing this by the seat of my pants, and I am not prepared to really think about this. I think I just dipped that in some of my glue. I'm gonna have to. Okay, so I'm just grunging that up a little bit. Oh, I think that's a wrong color. Don't really like that. Let's see. I've got a piece of this I kind of like. think I'm going to have this stick out the edge of my page. And I think I want a piece of this to pop my butterfly on. If I didn't lose my butterfly. Oh, where did you go, little butterfly? Little oh, there he is. There he is. Now I'm just kind of stacking and building. Okay, she's back. All right, Bob. She's back. I've got this guy sitting here. I think I want this piece longer. I think I want it to go, let's go on an angle. Maybe like that. Yeah, where do I have, oh here, let's see if we can get any of this out. This, once you get your like, look, I pulled the label off. This is the Beacon. This is not Fabri-Tac, but it's one of their glues. It's like, it's the same as Fabri-Tac. It's just they call it something different. This one's a different number. Works the same, you know. And, okay, Deb, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Thanks. We'll see you soon. All right. So now, if I can get my cap uncapped. And this is really cool glue because really it's like you can just rub it off. Okay. I forget the names of what they call this. All right, so I'm just gonna see if I can get a bead of this out. Oops, sorry, hit the camera because you gotta shake it down, shake it down. See, I keep my room a little cool. Now, don't let me forget I have my wire box out. I got that out for a reason. Don't let me forget. Ugh, I apologize. It's not a bodily function. It's just my glue. I tried storing this upside down, which I thought was a really brilliant idea. But then, you know, I didn't have the cap on right and I had glue everywhere. So I kind of try to leave it lay on its side, but I haven't used this in a while. I'll give my background music while I'm trying to get my glue to come down. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right. Oh heavens, the Murgatroyd. I don't want a lot of it. I just want a little bit, but I also know that if I don't, I guess this is why a lot of the girls use that, what do they call it? I always forget the name of this too. Mine's not the same brand. Glossy Accent. Oh, I thought of it. This one's called Diamond Glaze. Let me just use a little bit of this. All right, I'm just gonna whoop, rub some of this across so I can get it to stick down. I'm getting hungry, girls. I want me some lunch. All right, so I'm going to put this down. And I'm going to put, I think I want this the edge of my page. I don't know if this glue is going to come out either. I've been spending time painting and not gluing, so all my glue nozzles are all dried up, and they haven't had a very nice workout lately. AHA. What is AHA? Please do share. I've been drinking tomato juice. I'm addicted to that. All right, so I'm going to glue that down. And I want that, of course, to hang out the edge of my page. And I don't care that it's not the full length. I'm trying to decide where I want to put this gent. If I even want to put him on. See, that should be a little longer for my taste. Okay, I think I'm going to put my fella down here. It's a sparkling water. The one I love is lime and watermelon, and it's called AHA. Well, my son and I were in England, and I don't remember the name of it. I don't know if he does. We found a sparkling water type of beverage. It was a strawberry, I believe. We tried a couple of different flavors, but we liked the strawberry the best. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. But of course, they don't have anything like that here in the States. I purchased, of course, I'm not seeing it now, a little topper from Ranger that goes on your glue bottle, and it really works well. Oh, I think I have it out at my by my chair out in the living room, because it's got a needle that goes down into the hole. I was thinking about that, Eileen, but I couldn't remember what he uses. He uses a crayon. Okay, I will do it. Let's do a light blue on his shirt. That's really light. That doesn't show very well. Okay, let's do this is the rusty hinge. I'm going to put some rusty hinge on his hat because that'll work with the colors we're using. That'll work. And then how about if I do a darker... Of course, I could probably use a brush, right, Eileen? I moved my water spritzer. Just put it on your work table, Lori, and stop messing around. Just remember what Timmy does. You'll be okay. All right, so we've got rusty hinge on his hat, and I put a little blue on his shirt, little work shirt. Oh, thank you, Sherry. And Lori moved her jar of clean paint water. Okay. Now, let's see if I can get some glue out of this puppy. I got color on my finger. Wah, wah, wah. All right, let's mash them down. Mash them. Let's mash them. Oh, Peggy's talking about her electrolytes. Okay, Peggy, I want to give that a try. Any brand or flavor in particular? Okay, Barb's asking about her electrolyte regimen and drink. Yeah, Peggy sent me some. What was that called? Some kind of fizz something, Peg? Yeah, I like that too. Okay. Now, I am going to want to put some words on here somehow. Some way, somehow. All right, I've got a piece of like cream color cardstock there. So I'm going to put that way. Now I'm going to just give these wings a little bendy boo. Now, of course, when I shut the book, it's going to be flat. Okay. But as we all know, butterflies have antennae. And a lot of times, if you're cutting out or fussy cutting a butterfly, you can't cut around those little antennas. So what I do is I come back in with some wire. And I have this white floral wire. A lot of times I'll use that. You know, this I just picked up, gosh, years ago, like at Michael's. But you can use any color, or certainly a color that works with your project. But I've got this little coppery stuff that I think I'm going to use today because I'm working in that color. Genre or whatever, however you want to say it. It's not coming to me. So I'm just going to snip a little piece off here. I got my little tool down. Got my little snippies there. I'm going to cover up my little box of wire. And somewhere, I think these will work. I'll just use the, well, you know what? Maybe I'll use a paintbrush. I have favorite things that I like to use for different, to get a different effect. And of course, you know, I never can find it when I'm looking for it. So I'm looking for something, maybe my skewer. No, that's a little heavy. All right, so what I do, now this is way too big. So what I do is I just take my wire and I bend it in half. So, you know, you just got that kind of a little thingamabob at the bottom, and you really can twist it. You want to twist it a little bit. You just want something that you can put some glue on. Zip Fizz. Yeah, that's the one, Peg, I was thinking. Zip Fizz. Yeah, they're good. Okay. So, and of course, these, like I said, are too long. So I'm going to trim these down. But the idea is I'm going to glue that on the back of my butterfly so I have some antenna. All right. So I'm going to snip them and hope I don't snip them too short. And they can be different sizes for sure. But then I want to twist them and curl them. You know how you do. But I'm not seeing my little skewer. Oh, you know what? I can use the end of I think I can use the end of this. And don't, that's not good. Don't poke the wire in your finger, please. I'm going to use these round nose pliers. I'm going to grab the end. Don't really have the right glasses on for these. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. I'm going to do the other side. Now, normally I would put this on with hot glue, but as you may or may not have remembered, I pulled that plug out and ran over it with my chair. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this, hopefully a little bit of this, my off-brand glossy accent. I'm going to put that on the back of my butterfly. I'll put my little antennas on there. Can you see? Now, if you're in a hurry like I am, goes just streaming, I'm going to put a little bit of washi on the back of that. Just to hold my antennas in place while that glue. Yes, no pokey wire in the finger or in the eye. Not good. Not good. Okay. Now you could pop this up. I'm not going to because, you know, I want it to be flat in my book. So this is really wasting this kind of glue, but I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm just going to pop my little grungy butterfly down, because if I didn't put him in a book or on a card, I know I would lose him. And I think he turned out cute. Now I'm trying to think where I can go quickly and grab a let's see if I can another set of fingers here. Okay, now I'm just about finished. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Eileen. All right, so I know I have my All right, we're gonna stretch, and we're gonna say friendship. We're gonna say the butterfly and the gentleman are friends. That's what we're gonna do. And I'm going to grab an ink pad quickly. I don't know how. I have a sepia one here. Let's see. I don't know how much juice is in this. This is the little archival. It doesn't look like there's much coming out of that one. It's very light. Very light. I need some more juice. My sister just gave me some new inks for Christmas. Let's see. Oh, vintage photo. Didn't know. Oh, ground espresso. That might be nice. That's how I'll kind of pop out. Oh, lovely. Lovely to look at, delightful to know. All right, I want to get a good stamp-a-wamper here. Want to play with some dies? Yeah. Know the feeling. Know the feeling. Okay. So now I'm going to tear because I want. Oh, I tore that. You know, I never realize. Oh, sorry, that there's a right and a wrong way to tear. Tear away from you, Lori. All right, so I want to trim this way down. Way down. Now, when Zena used this, I still want it thinner, I think. Used this vintage paste. She got a real nice blend on hers. So let me see if it's a little better. I think I had too much before. So let me see if I can. Yeah, see, I can't keep that that little metal slidey thing in the right spot. I think I was grabbing it incorrectly. And I'm off camera. Sorry, folks. Let's do this. So I don't want to. Louse up what I've been working on here. Now, the other thing is, I think I'd like some like dots or spattering or something on this, you know, and I just organized a lot of my stamps. And I know I have a little itty, what do they call them? Itsy bitsy or itty bitty background stamps. And let's just see if this works. So I have my dictionary. All right, I'm going to move my camera up a little bit. Yes, by hand because we only have the best here. So I'm going to my dictionary where I have my backgrounds. And see, I've got those little stars and I've got that there. This is my dictionary where I'm stamping and I'm marking where I have them stored. And I have them, that's kind of large, but that might work. I wonder if I have anything under D. I'm thinking dots. But I don't see anything in the dot section. Well, there's that. Of course, Lori didn't mark where that one's being kept. I guess I hadn't decided. Well, that kind of would be cool, but that's really big. I know I have a smaller one of that. All right, so bin 2. Now, what did I call bin versus drawer? Bin 2, I'm going to look for those little dots. So that's right under my desk here. Pull out bin 2. Now, of course, I have these bins really stuffed, so just give me a moment to pull out my, yeah, there we go. Of course, my little star one's in there too. I might like that better. Okay. So, that worked pretty good. I just want something, a little something behind my... See, you don't have to fuss around this much. I get carried away. Carried away. All right, so I have this little guy. It's got those little stars and little circles. So let me see. I think I'm going to use that. And I think I want the second inking. I don't want the real heavy duty. So I just wanted a little something else going on behind there. All right. So I think I'm coming to the end here. Thanks for hanging out with me. So I messed around with some Impresslets by Sizzix and Tim HOLTZ. And we made this scalloped edge, which I have the Impresslet for that. And then this 3D butterfly. And then I added, the wings. And then I found this, Timmy paper doll on my desk. And now I'm just going to pop on my friendship. Let's see here. Having trouble with my glues. I'll just uncap this one. And I just put this in an art journal where I do drawing or painting or whatever, because I wanted to put the butterfly somewhere where I would not lose track of my butterfly. Okay. Of course, if you have a hard time getting something uncapped, you can always hit it a little bit with your heat gun. A lot of times that'll loosen it up. So that's way too much. So thanks for being with me this morning. I'm trying to get into a regular streaming routine and doing Thursday mornings after Mary finishes up. So that's usually around 10ish. And then Sunday around 11:30. We'll see how it goes. Oops, upside down. So I'm going to continue to play with these. I really like the Impresslets. And as Tim said, they're not going to be making those anymore. I think I might like to try to find a medallion. So thanks for spending time. And thank you, Peggy. And thank you, Barb, for modding. And I hope everyone has a great afternoon. So what's today? Thursday. So probably around, in about 15 minutes or more, Kathy Arbor will be coming on. And then later this evening, Beth Schuler. I hope I'm not forgetting. Oh, I always forget, and I don't mean to, Rosemary. Rosemary is usually on Wednesday and Thursday evenings. I looked for her last night, and I think I might have checked too late. So here we go. This is our grungy butterfly that we did, and then our grungy scalloped edge. So thanks for being here. Appreciate it so very much. Have a good afternoon. I'll see you soon. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. And I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. I always bury my mouse. And then I can't get out. I'll see y'all soon. Toodles.